Greetings fellow adventurers, I'm Amy, and today we will talk about Daemon Targaryen from the House of the Dragon series. The second season is coming out soon, so get ready for many surprises. Daemon is a character full of good and bad sides. From his unique individuality to his courage, loyalty, and brains, there are many things we can learn from him. If you want to go straight to the lessons, check out the timestamps on my description. And if you haven't watched House of the Dragon yet and don't mind some spoilers, for your context, Daemon Targaryen is the brother of Viserys Targaryen, the king of everything in the series. He isn't all good like Captain America, and he's not a villain like Thanos. Now, I'm no Marvel expert, but I see him as basically an Iron Man, who sees things as they are. Now, with no more delays, let's check out his best traits that we should embrace in real life. First, do what you think is right. Daemon didn't care much for the traditions or rules. If he wanted something, he would go for it. As far as it's not good to step above others to achieve what you want, it's important to come on terms with what you want. And what I mean by that is that many times we want certain things we find difficult to assume. Sometimes you struggle to assume you are attracted by someone from the same sex as you. Sometimes you may be struggling to assume you want to change your career. Daemon is there to show us that if we want something, we should face it head on and go for it without overthinking too much. Embrace your individuality. Daemon defines norms and expectations. He is what he is, and if you don't like that, that's a you problem. This is something extremely difficult to do in real life sometimes, because we often grow up with big expectations on us, especially from our family. I don't mean to blame the parents. After all, as far as I'm not a mother, I imagine it's too difficult to don't dream certain things to your child. But I must confess that parents should not let these dreams and expectations blind them from what matters the most. Now, you can't control how your parents or any other people see you, but you can control how you feel about it. And the way you should feel is to love yourself just the way you are. And if someone isn't happy with it, as Daemon would think, this is not your problem. Don't change what's unique and beautiful about you just to please others. Resilience in adversity. If you consider yourself an unlucky person, you may be able to relate to Daemon. He hardly had things happening the easy way. There was always something in the way of what he wanted. A person, a dragon, a rule, a war, common sense. There was always something. However, he never gave up easily. He would come up with a plan and come back even stronger, making people regret underestimating him. He's there to remind you to never give up. It does not matter what others think about you. It does not matter the odds. You can achieve what you want. Just make sure to believe in yourself and in your brain. Strategic thinking. There are two kinds of heroes. The one that solves everything on their strength, and the one that may use their strength, but he uses his brain before. Daemon uses his brain, and so should you. If you have a problem, especially if you have a problem with a person, think before you act. If you have a challenge at work, think about it in advance and don't leave it for the last minute. Don't get me wrong, I'm not asking you to unveil the incident manager inside of you, but to simply use a bit of your brain before rushing things, jump to conclusions, or be blinded by your emotions. Embrace risk. One of the things I envy Daemon the most is his courage in front of risks. He's not afraid of them. As people say, he has some guts. In life, most of people are taught to play safe, especially if you don't come from a rich background. Go to school, go to uni, get a job, and build up your savings. The biggest risk some people assume is playing the lottery, and there's nothing wrong with it. I like to play safe too. But playing safe is not always the best option. Every change brings a risks, but at the same time we are constantly changing, which means we are constantly facing risks. So why can't we assume risks that could actually bring us more and better results? Try to think about that, and of course, embrace risks with responsibility. Be loyal to people you like. Daemon wanted the best for his life, and even if at some point he wanted to be heir, he still loved his brother and showed he was loyal to him in many moments. When Cars Valerian said to Rhaenyra, I don't know how to say her name, but the main character, was a whore, Daemon was the first one to do something. Now, our heart may be stupid a few times, but we often recognize good people, and we truly wish the best for them. Remember that as Daemon kept loyal to his brother beside his interest, you should also be loyal to people you love, even if you ever face a conflict of interest someday. Discover your charm. Daemon was very charming. Even when he was sarcastic or showed his dangerous side, there was still something very captivating about it. I don't mean you should go out there seducing everyone, but it's important to know what is your charm. Whatever is being funny, cute, or smart in the right moment, of course no one like a know-it-all, your charm may be the key of your success someday, so make sure you know your strengths. Face your fears. Daemon said himself, if you live in fear, you will lose the best parts of your life. This is a bit related to assuming risks as well. To assume risks, we need to have courage to face our fears, and the only way to do it is to understand where is the fear coming from, why do we fear it, and if there's nothing logical to do to overcome it, go ahead with your bloody legs trembling anyway. I know it may sound silly, but as a good and normal human being, which often lacks self-confidence, I get super nervous on interviews. I am there on my screen trying to show I'm worth something, but the truth is that my heart is often in my mouth and I'm constantly afraid that the interviewer will notice my voice trembling, for example. You there, don't laugh. I am sure I'm not the only one. But that's what facing our fears is all about, going afraid anyway. Many people would never get their driving license if they did not face their fear of driving, or worse, having someone in the car judging if you are driving well or not. But once they overcome it, they finally get their driving license and some new sense of freedom. So always do your best to face your fears. Your dreams are often right after it. Accept imperfection. One of the most interesting things about Daemon is the yin and yang on him. His bad and good sides are so clear. He's not like a good, innocent hero, and he's not a bad villain either. He's human, and because the series showed this so well, until now we can see that he not only accepted his individuality, but he also accepted the fact that he isn't perfect. Even better, he does not even try to be perfect. In this world full of competition we live in, it feels like we need to be perfect. Whatever is to find a job or a partner, it seems like if you do something wrong, you are the worst person alive sometimes. But we need to talk more about people like Daemon, because that's what humanity is like. No one is 100% good or bad. We are all a mix of everything. And the sooner we accept that you, or the person by your side right now are not perfect, the better we will live. Because we will have more empathy to understand when someone fails at us. And we will also have more wisdom to take easy on ourselves when we do something wrong. It's a win-win no matter how you see it. So embrace your imperfection and get used to it as fast as you can. Now it's interaction time, and I would like to know which one of these traits are more challenging for you. In my case, I must confess, assuming risk is always a challenge for me. I do think I have an open mindset, but change and risk sometimes can be pretty scary, right? Now, to conclude, let's agree that Daemon is a multi-dimensional character. He's so human, and seeing his many sides until now just made him even more interesting. From his natural charm to strategic thinking, he's a man of many qualities. And before we actually conclude, let's give our applause to Matt Smith, who's playing Daemon so well. Okay guys, now that's definitely it. If you like this video or if you heard something relevant, please support the channel with your like and subscribe. If you think this video can help someone else, please share, and I will see you next time.